Most people at this point have realized that the school system appears to be a business. There are plenty of other countries, nations that have free education, even some of them that have free healthcare. And all we're doing is asking for free education. College, universities should be free. And I'm going to tell you why. They should be free because it would free up people to start really focusing on their education. A lot of people's grades are suffering because they're having to work jobs while taking care of their family, just to be able to pay for school, just to end up in more debt at the end when they end up getting out of the school. Like some people work just so they pay their paychecks can go to the school, and then they end up in debt and still have to work after for possibly a better wage, just to end up paying most of their salaries and to barely be able to survive off of what they got to the schools. Like it's a never ending cycle. It's almost like you're stuck in that rat race kind of thing. A lot of people nowadays, since a lot of other avenues have become popular, they don't even choose to go to school anymore. Like people were like, oh, I'll graduate high school, if that. Nowadays, a lot of people are just turned away because they don't want to end up in any kind of debt. It seems like no matter what kind of education you're pursuing, back in the day, you could get an associate's or a bachelor's degree with little to no debt back in the day. No matter if you didn't go into like a high, like if you weren't going to be a doctor, a lawyer, or anything else like that, you could go through like a 4-year program and not have any debt. Nowadays, the rates are rising faster than they've ever been, and you're not able to get a degree in that amount of time. So a lot of people are just turning away. They're taking trade jobs, or they're doing other stuff, and they don't even want to go to school anymore. Like we've completely turned people away from going to school. With free education, we can improve the workforce. People could get out of get out of school and then go into a job within these career fields. You have people not even trying to be lawyers anymore, doctors, nurses, or anything else like that because they don't want to take on the debt or anything like that. And we've seen it through the pandemic, and even so now that we're lacking doctors, nurses, hospitals are shutting down, hospitals are running at low staffing because that we don't have these people getting into these fields anymore. This is another reason why it needs to be free. You can't have other countries having free education and us not making that a priority. It's one thing to, oh, do you need debt relief, this and that, like that's always going to be an issue. Like the way our system is set up now, I understand that things to some degree are businesses, or they want to make sure that they're getting money, but balancing out people going to school and then joining the workforce, that can balance out the debt. You have more people working rather than out here stealing, committing crimes, and so on. Like college, university needs to be free at this point. If we're gonna say that we need to do anything, this needs to be a priority. Everybody needs to stand for this. We need to stop sitting on the sidelines and asking for debt relief and stuff like that when we should just be eliminating the debt in general. If other countries could do it, this great USA that we live in can do it as well. We need to get on board with that. And it's not only for us, it's for our future, our kids, and the future leaders. Do we want everybody to be struggling, barely being able to take care of their family? Grades are suffering because they're having to work and their heads are in other places. That's not where it needs to be. And I'm calling on you to make the change with me.